You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Am I ready? I don't know.
It's going to be painful, but we'll get through it.
Okay.
These are the 5 worst losses that the North Melbourne Football Club have endured this century in home and away games. That's the rule of these lists, no finals. Joining me, Marnie Cohen from Kangas TV. She has ridden the very brief highs and the very long lows of being a Kangas fan in the early 21st century.
Yes.
And look, she can still smile. She's brilliant.
Always smiling in your company, Danny.
Well, North fans I've got a lot of respect for, because even though you've been underperforming for many years in the men's, you're still very loud, still very behind your team. I think you're a sleeping giant, and good times are ahead of North Melbourne. But that's not what we're here to discuss. Let's talk the bad times.
Nice. Awesome. Can't wait.
Let's go. Number 5.
I had to put in the Good Friday game of 2025.
Okay.
It was grim viewing for all of those involved. I think for a few reasons, not just the game itself, but the build up to the game. At that point, North and Carlton were both 1 win, 4 losses for the season. Carlton in particular had a very underwhelming start to the year.
Yes.
And I think going into that game, I definitely felt like it was a genuine 50-50 for the first time with Carlton for quite some time. And so to go, it's our big marquee game as well, Good Friday. And
it used to be both of our clubs, by the way, but,
yes, but
AFL
founded by
took
North.
off.
Founded by North. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And the game was pretty much over 10 minutes into the first quarter. It was, in terms of scoreline, fairly competitive for a lot of the first half. It was kind of back and forth, but we never really looked like we were a chance. And then we were just completely kicked out of it and embarrassed on our own stage. So yeah, I had to have that one in there.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You thought there was light at the end of the tunnel, but it was just another motorbike coming to whack you.
Yeah.
And Carlton fans are so annoying because they
Very
don't know the
obnoxious.
rules. They call ball for anything. It's like, come on, do you know what prior opportunity is?
Yeah, they're very, very, very passionate.
Sure, we all are, but learn the rules.
So yeah, that's definitely number 5 in there.
Number 4.
Okay, I'm going to keep it recent history, recent pain, and it was our loss to West Coast in Tasmania in round 22 in 2024, so last year.
Okay, this isn't the Harley Reid game.
No, we won that game.
Yeah.
Although a lot of fans felt like that was a loss, I really, really enjoyed that game.
Okay.
No, we won that game. No, this was Tassie last year. It was the first time that Harley Reid played against North.
Right.
He was suspended when we played them in the first game last year over in Perth.
Yep.
We were 18 points up with 90 seconds to go and lost by a point.
No team can do that like North. I know every fan thinks their team are the only ones who can do it. I can tell you, as a neutral, only really North can do it.
And
North and Essendon against Sydney.
It's a running theme with a couple other games in this loss portion, spoiler alert. But I remember sitting at home, I was by myself watching it, and I thought, I'd had a really rubbish week that week. And I think we were about 40 points up, or like 6 goals up in the second quarter. And I thought, awesome, we're finally going to get a solid win here. Haven't had a big win for ages. We'd won the week before against Richmond. And it was a nail biter towards the end, and Oscar Allen and Jamie Cripps combined in that last 90 seconds. And I think Jack Darling was part of it as well, actually. I should ask him about that.
You should.
Yeah, I'll ask him about that next time I see him.
Oscar Allen really looks like every villain in 80s high school movies.
Yeah.
Just like he would bully the big jock,
Mm.
cocky bully.
And he absolutely bullied us that day.
Yeah.
True to form.
He would be part of Cobra Kai.
Yeah. Just real North Melbourne areas. Like, that is actually such a North Melbourne style loss. It was awful. It was
we should start packaging losses in a certain style. Like, we lost like North Melbourne today. Like, that's...
and losing an 18-point lead in 90 seconds to lose the game is absolutely North Melbourne-esque.
All right, we're trademarking that. That is a Rusian loss.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's awful.
Number 3.
So number 3 is the first time I cried at the football.
Oh. How often do you cry at the football? Are you every loss or just the bad ones?
I've been able to manage and stabilise my emotions over the years. But the first time I cried at the footy, we played Fremantle in 2003, I believe it was, at the MCG.
Okay.
It was Heritage Round. So I don't know how any of that...
So Freo wore the Guernsey from 1995?
No, they wore a South Fremantle Guernsey from the Waffle. So
South Freo Bulldogs?
It was like a white Guernsey.
They're red and white, I believe.
Yes, it's a white Guernsey with the red V.
So it looked like you were playing Sydney Swans.
Basically, or like old South Melbourne, but it was actually Fremantle. And we lost the game by a point. Scores were level with not long to go, and they kicked it behind and went on to win the game. And I would have been like 7 at the time, and I'd seen North lose every game I'd been to up until that point. So full circle moment for me as a North supporter. And I stood outside the MCG and I cried.
Fair enough.
I just said to Dad, I just want to see us win. Like, are they ever going to win a game?
Yeah.
I still do that now sometimes.
Yeah, I know it does feel sometimes like, will North ever win a game?
Yeah.
And what's worse is the media don't care. Like,
No.
we're filming this in 2025. Richmond, we weren't not supposed to win a game. There's so much coverage on it.
Yeah.
But when you're a smaller team like you and I, they just go, oh yeah, well this is the natural order of things, which I despise.
And it's just, it is what it is. Sort of thing. And that's why I started the YouTube channel. I think I found that no one's going to care about North Melbourne the way North Melbourne fans care about North Melbourne. So
damn straight.
That's pretty much one of the key pillars to Kanga TV.
Well, that's why you're leading the new media, and I think it's brilliant. By the way, if for some reason you subscribe to me and you're a Kangas fan, you don't know Kangas TV, what is wrong with you? Stop watching this video right now. Go watch everything she's done and get behind it, because the mainstream media ain't. Not even James Brayshaw talks about the Roos anymore. So this is why we love Marnie and everything she does. But we are distracting from the worst losses, and now let's get into number 2 worst loss in a home and away game this century. From Marnie TV, it's Marnie Cohen.
Anything goes. Jared Petrenko game.
Okay.
So that was round 9, 2013. I said, we love to let big leads slip in small amount of time. We were 5 goals up with 5.5 minutes to go against...
I remember this game.
Against the Crows. We had lost the week before to West Coast, thanks to a Nick Nat mark and goal after the siren.
I remember that game as well, yes.
Perth.
That was a good mark. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, awesome. Just real solid mark there. Anyway, it was a bit of a disaster to let that one slip the week later. And of all players, it's Jared Petrenko running into an open goal.
Why is Petrenko particularly disliked?
Well, he's just not that good. like you can cop it if it's Nick Nat taking a big mark and winning the game after the siren, or we had a game against Sydney in 2018 and Buddy kicked the winning goal, and like you can kind of cop that, right? But Jared Petrenko.
I like Petrenko. Good on you, Jared. If you're watching, don't listen to this. Hey, you're still all right by me. You never kicked the winning goal against the Bulldogs. That's why I'm okay with it.
Okay, fine, cool, no worries. Yeah, thanks. Going well. Therapy going well, guys.
What is the worst loss? There is so much to choose from for North Melbourne fans.
Yes, thank you for reminding me.
It's getting cold in here.
It was Interchange Gate.
Oh,
Against
Were
the
you there
Swans.
live?
I was there, unfortunately.
How much did they explain what was going on?
So they didn't. Nothing. No one knew anything that was going on. It was such a huge game for North. It was Brett Ratton's first game in charge. Clarko had stepped aside indefinitely.
Oh, yes.
Look after his mental health. It was George Wardlaw's first game, and it was a game where no one would have given us any real chance.
No, because Sydney were up and about.
They were, and so we've come into this game and we thought, okay, maybe we're half a chance to snag it here in game. And then for just no explanation, nothing, you just see the game stops and we're in Sydney's forward half as well. So the rule is that it's an automatic free kick to the opposition and a 50-metre penalty. And where else would the ball be but in Sydney's forward line? Yep. So Hayden McLean is moved directly in front of goal.
It was almost like the WWE, the script is Sydney's got to win. We've got to, sorry everyone, just start, here, have a goal.
And I mean, it's just like, if there was, again, like any weird and wonderful way to lose a game, North Melbourne have found a way to do so.
Yes.
And this is just one of them. And I think this was so painful because we absolutely should have won that game. And I know I did not talk to anyone for like 24 hours after. Like it was I'm weird with footy and like things really do stick with me for a while, but that was particularly bad. Like I really couldn't talk to anyone for about 24 hours after. I was still really angry and processing it.
Yeah, you really are just pioneers of defeat. You can break new ground. You thought you found every way to lose. And I'd say kudos to the North Melbourne Football Club for...
It's definitely character building.
you must... Fan. Oh my God, you must have more characters than War and Peace.
Yeah, seriously. I've got many layers. Very resilient.
So that's it, North fans. What do you reckon? Did Marnie from Kangas TV get any wrong? Is there any particular losses that you think are worse than that? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe, all of that nonsense, and mostly subscribe to Kangas TV because she's got this is her job now, so we want to do it. I've got other jobs. Don't worry about me. I've got stand-up gigs and stuff. You could probably, if you want to see me live, send a link.
I think we will.
Yeah, sweet. That'd be good. That'd be good. Anyway, this is not about me. Let us know, and if you want to be happier, check out last week's video, which was about the best wins of the North Melbourne Football Club, which is a lot more upbeat. If you know a North Melbourne fan and you want to tease them, send them this video. But why would you do that? They've suffered enough.